You're sitting behind the wheel of your car, eyes fixed on the horizon. The sky burns orange and gold as the sun sinks lower, painting everything in light that feels too beautiful to let go. And for one fleeting moment, you wonder, what if you didn't have to? What if you could outrun the sunset? What if, by driving west fast enough, you could make the day last longer, maybe forever? It sounds poetic, even impossible. But could it actually work? Let's find out. Every day, no matter where you are on Earth, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. But that's not because the sun is moving, it's because we are. Earth spins from west to east, once every 24 hours. So to chase the sunset, you'd have to move against that spin, to the west, at just the right speed. Imagine Earth as a giant spinning ball. At the equator, that spin is fast, about 1,670 kilometers per hour, or 1,037 miles per hour. That means if you could drive west at that same speed, you'd be rotating in sync with the sun's apparent motion, and to you, it would look like the sun was frozen in the sky. The day would never end. But there's a problem. No car on Earth can go that fast. Even the fastest jet barely keeps up. Still, don't give up yet, because depending on where you are, that speed changes dramatically. Near the poles, Earth's surface moves much slower, only a few kilometers per hour. That's why explorers in the Arctic Circle can watch the sun hover above the horizon for days, or disappear for months during the polar night. Up there, the idea of chasing a sunset isn't just fantasy, it's practically built into the sky itself. Now imagine this. You're driving through Alaska or northern Norway during midsummer. The sun hangs low, refusing to set. You start heading west, and suddenly, those golden hours stretch on and on. The shadows never quite vanish. The world feels paused, as if you've stepped out of time. That's your first taste of stretching a sunset. But let's go back to the equator, where things are more dramatic. Let's say you're somewhere in Ecuador, or on the beaches of Kenya. Here, the sun sets quickly. Within minutes, it drops below the horizon like a stone. Could you make it last longer just by driving west? Surprisingly, yes. Even if you're driving a normal car at 100 kilometers per hour, you can gain a few precious minutes of daylight. Because as the sun descends, you're literally moving with the shadow of the Earth, and staying in the light just a little longer than everyone else behind you. If you could somehow reach 1,670 kilometers per hour, say, in a supersonic jet, the sun would appear to stand still. Keep that speed and the sunset never ends. Fly faster, and the sun would even begin to rise again. You wouldn't just be chasing the sunset anymore, you'd be stealing back the day. Now picture this on a grander scale. You're in a high-altitude jet, cruising west across the Pacific Ocean. Below you, the world darkens city by city, but in your window, the sun lingers. For the people on the ground, night has already fallen. For you, it's still late afternoon. Pilots actually experience this all the time. Flying westward, they watch the sun slow down in the sky, dragging the day out like a stretched ribbon of gold. Some even cross entire time zones before the sun finally dips below the edge of the world. You're not really changing time, but it sure feels like it. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Because chasing the sunset doesn't just bend time, it bends your perception of it. Think about it. The sunset is an illusion created by geometry, the moment when your local horizon tilts away from the sun's light. So by moving west, you're changing that geometry, literally shifting your position relative to the light. You're not stopping the sun, you're just staying in the part of the world still lit by it. It's a cosmic game of tag. And for a while, you can win. But eventually, you'll lose. Because the Earth is a sphere. No matter how fast you drive, the horizon will always curve away from you. And the sun, patient, eternal, will eventually sink below that curve, leaving you in the dark. Unless, of course, you fly. At cruising altitude, a jetliner at 900 kilometers per hour can delay sunset by almost an hour. A Concorde, back when it flew, could travel faster than the rotation of the planet, making it possible to take off at sunset and land before it. Passengers once flew from London to New York and saw the same sunset twice in one day. They didn't just chase time, they outran it. Now, if we dream even bigger, what if we could build a vehicle that could travel fast enough to keep up with the sun forever? A ship that orbits Earth perfectly in sync with the planet's rotation? Well, that already exists. We call it geostationary orbit. It's the place where satellites hover over the same spot on Earth, moving at exactly the same speed as the planet spins. From there, the sun would appear to drift slowly, but never truly set. You could, in theory, watch an eternal sunset, forever caught in that magical glow between day and night. But let's pause and ask the deeper question: why do we even want to chase the sunset? Maybe it's not just about the science. Maybe it's about time itself. Sunsets remind us that every day ends, that light fades, and everything we love eventually slips away. But when we chase it, even for a few minutes longer, we feel like we're defying that truth. Like we're bending the rules of nature, even if only for a heartbeat. It's not about escaping the night. It's about savoring the light while we still can. So yes, you can drive west to lengthen the sunset. If you're high enough, fast enough, or lucky enough, you can make it last minutes, hours, even forever, from the right orbit. But the real magic isn't in the physics. It's in the feeling of chasing something beautiful, knowing it will always stay just out of reach. Because maybe sunsets are meant to end, so that every new one feels worth the chase.